Get ready, the NAB show is here, and Canon's got a hot lineup of potential releases. Believe it or not, it has been 3.5 years since the Canon EOS R5 was first announced. But Canon's not stopping there. Rumors are swirling about potential updates to several other fan favorites, including the EOS R1, EOS R3 Mark II, and EOS RP II. Canon EOS RP II. With modern photography becoming increasingly reliant on computational power, the need for regular upgrades with faster CPUs, more internal RAM, etc., is likely to move to a faster refresh cycle. The R5 and R6 are selling well, and the R3 and R5C have just joined the party, as well as an addition for those who want more for video. So we don't think there is any incentive to upgrade those models at all or to reduce the price. It is way more likely that with the Mark II generation, they go straight to BSI sensors. If they remove the IBIS from the RSIX, that has wobbling issues anyway for wide-angle video, and fit the smaller battery with the cheaper displays, they have quite an attractive entry-level FF model. But based on the R and RP, maybe they use a different sensor that is higher resolution and better for stills but less capable for video. Canon EOS R5 II. Considering the historical pattern of the workhorse 5D DSLR series, with each model being announced approximately 3.5 years apart, the current timeline aligns logically. In the interim, notable advancements have been made by Nikon and Sony, and Canon has introduced newer models like the EOS R3 and EOS R6 Mark II. Given the competitive landscape and the fact that the EOS R5, much like the 5D series, is a staple for numerous professionals, it's reasonable to expect Canon to update it to stay competitive. Hopefully, more information will be revealed soon. Reports indicate that both 45 megapixels and 60 MP image resolutions have been tested. If the camera were to feature a 60 MP sensor, some form of pixel binning would be necessary for raw shooting. Many find a 45 megapixel sensor more technically sound. Despite a source suggesting a likelihood of 60 MP, there's a prevailing belief that 45 megapixels is a more sensible choice. Opting for this resolution not only aligns with technical considerations but also positions Canon to potentially release a high megapixel version in the future. Notably, it marked a departure from Canon's traditional conservative design choices, embracing a more innovative approach. The camera introduced extreme capabilities, such as 8K RAW video, signaling a shift in Canon's design philosophy. A comprehensive patent for an external cooler designed by Canon for EOS R cameras has come to light. The accompanying illustrations suggest the presence of an extra battery slot, potentially offering both additional power for the camera and the means to operate the cooling fan integrated into the accessory. Canon EOS R3 Mark II. Now, insider sources strongly indicate Canon is planning an EOS R3 Mark II successor, eyeing a launch around 2025. This timeline makes sense given the typical 4-year product cycles for Canon's pro camera models. The original EOS 1DX hit shelves in 2012, followed by the Mark II in 2016 and Mark III in early 2020. Even faster shooting and processing, we could see burst rates and buffer speeds pushed to 40 FPS or beyond with instant blackout-free playback. This would firmly cement the R3 Mark II as the undisputed speed champion for sports and wildlife capture. Upgraded DIGIC processors like a DIGIC X2 seem plausible to enable this performance leap. A new stacked CMOS sensor cannon may equip the R3 Mark II with an all-new stacked CMOS featuring global shutter technology for completely silent, distortion-free image capture. The R3 slotted in perfectly as the next-gen mirrorless evolution. Wider AF coverage and improved low-light sensitivity also seem likely. Ergonomic refinements involves robust weather sealing will remain essential. Adding a vari-angle rear LCD would boost versatility. An even higher resolution OLED EVF with faster refresh rates would enable a seamless viewfinder experience. Improved body shaping and grip comfort also seem probable to aid long shooting times. Connectivity and buffer upgrades, dual CF Express slots will continue leveraging the latest transfer speeds. Full USB 3.2 or Thunderbolt support enables rapid tethered workflows. And expect a massively increased buffer capacity to smoothly handle 40+ megapixel RAW bursts at 40+ frames per second. Canon EOS R1. Some sources claim Canon is playing it safe, opting for tried-and-true technologies like a stacked CMOS sensor rather than risking an all-new global shutter design. The EOS R1 is rumored to feature a 45-megapixel sensor, positioning it below competitors like the Sony A1 with 50MP and the Nikon Z9 with 46 megapixels. Given the R1 is intended as Canon's top-of-the-line camera, many expected a higher resolution sensor in the 50MP range. The 45-megapixel sensor raises concerns that image quality and cropping flexibility may be limited compared to rivals. Additionally, 8K video recording, which is available on some existing Canon models like the R5C, is rumored to be absent on the Ronin. While the target user base of sports and wildlife photographers may prioritize still photography, the lack of 8K could make the R1 less versatile and future-proof. The rumored specifications also suggest no global shutter for the Ronin. Global shutter technology mitigates issues like distortion from rolling shutter effects. Sony and others are working on global shutter, but Canon seems to be passing for now. This omission could make the R1 less capable of action photography. Rumors also point to the R1 having dual CF express card slots, impressive EVFs and rear displays, and improved batteries. But these are more evolutionary enhancements to be expected. Of course, some specs remain unconfirmed, so there's hope that Canon may still have some surprises up their sleeve. So, which Canon camera you're most excited about? Share with us in the comments section below. Please subscribe to our channel for more content, and as always, thanks for watching.